They're so freaking good. Hey, I'm Nicole Daly, culinary producer at Traeger Grills. This is Traeger Kitchen, and today we're making a simple smoked tenderloin. It's a pork tenderloin. This is one of our most reviewed recipes with over 260 reviews. You guys seem to love it, so we figured today we'll show you how to do it. First off, you're gonna start out with 2 pork tenderloins. This is a great recipe. These are super easy, cheap cuts of meat to find, and there's not a lot you need to do to it to make it good. So these usually come pretty well trimmed. You don't have to do much to it, so we're just gonna leave them at it as is and jump into our marinade. Super simple marinade, great with pork. You could use it for a ton of different things if you want, but we're gonna start out with some apple juice and pork and poultry. I'm just eyeballing these, but if you want the amounts, you can find them in the recipe in the description below. Seems good. Brown sugar, some black pepper. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. And then we're gonna do some thyme. I'm using fresh thyme, but if you wanna use dried, you can. I think this is like a classic combo with pork. The honey, the apple juice, thyme, it's so good. You could also do this with a pork loin as well. You just have to change how long it takes to smoke. If you use a meter, it's a really great way to make that adjustment because it does it for you. But it's super versatile. You could use it with either. You could use it with pork chops. Be great with chicken. So you can tell I'm not super worried about the stems in here. It's just a marinade. We can strain them out. So the last thing we're gonna add to this is some honey. And you can always adjust this to how you want. If you like it a little sweeter, do a little extra honey. If you're more on the savory side, you could do more herbs. You could switch it out for different things. You could add a little orange juice, might be nice. Doesn't need much though. Okay, now we're gonna add our pork. You could do this in like a vac seal bag or Ziploc if you want to. You just wanna kinda tuck them in, turn them to coat, kind of nestle them in there like that. Now this is gonna go to the fridge and we're gonna marinate it for at least 2 or 3 hours. You don't wanna go too long with these since it's a smaller cut, but there is a little bit of wiggle room there. So we'll get these in the fridge, we'll come right back. Okay, so these have been marinating for about 3 hours. I just like to take them out and put them on a wire rack to let that excess kind of drip off. We're gonna use a meter for this. I think it's a great tool, eliminates the guessing, and it kind of estimates the rest time, finish temp, all of that for you. It's a great thing to use. As you can see, we're gonna cook these on our brand new Woodridge Pro. It's so shiny and cute. We're cooking these at 225 using super smoke. We're gonna let them go for about an hour and a half. But again, trust your meter, it'll tell you what to do. So you can see we've got some here that I put on a little while ago, so they're already ready to go. Look at this beautiful color. It's like the most gorgeous red. If you want to make that even more, you can use like a cherry pellet and really carry it through. But these look beautiful. So we're gonna let these rest for a couple minutes. You want to give it at least 5 to 10. The smaller the cut, the shorter the rest. So we'll just check back in a minute and slice them up. All right, so our tenderloin is rested, ready to go. Let's see how we did. I think pork always gets a bad rap for being dry and like flavorless, but I think most of the problem is people don't really know how to cook it and tend to overcook it. As soon as you overcook it, it goes so quickly from like delicious to dry. But just trust that meter. If you don't have a meter at home, you can use the probe that comes with your grill. You could also use like an instant read, but you want to shoot for around 140 when you're bringing it off, and then you let it rest to come up to 145. Your pork will never be dry again. Let's see how we did here. So you can kind of see like this like pink, nice smoke ring that's on top of it. It's super juicy, super moist. You can tell it's not overcooked or dry. This is gonna be a delicious bite. One of the things, if you read through some of the reviews, there's so many people that have done a ton of different things to this to like make it their own. Something that I think is a great call out is to take that marinade and reduce it down. You can mount it with a little bit of butter and use it as like a finishing sauce. So we're gonna just do a little dip here. Holy shit. That is so freaking good. The black pepper in the marinade really comes through. It's a little salty, a little sweet, and the smoke level on it is like perfection. So make sure you give this one a try. Make it your own, read through those reviews, do a couple of their suggestions, and let us know what you think. Go review it again, share it on social. It's seriously one of the easiest recipes to do. You could do it for a weeknight, you could do it for meal prep, throw a bunch of them on and have them ready to go. But give it a shot, let us know what you think. And make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the recipe in the description below and come back next week. This really is f***ing good.